Man, that Smash Direct. That sure was something, right? Man, whew. It was like 20 straight minutes of the best blowjob I've ever gotten in my life. Given to me by a 3-ton crocodile, man. Yeah, so this video aged a lot quicker than I thought it would. So yeah, there was a new Smash Direct on Wednesday, or on the 8th of August, 2018, depending on when you watch this. And some people have asked me if anything from that Direct would be on my most hyped list. And I decided I would just do a quick off-the-cuff video talking about it. And yes, something definitely would, and there would definitely be some things as honorable mentions. I'm actually going to quickly go through the Direct as a whole and talk about a few things that I made like bullet points of things that I want to get through. Wrote them on a piece of paper because I'm an old man. Actually, I started writing them on the Notepad app on my phone, and I realized that I record with my phone, so couldn't look at it. So yeah, I'm gonna go through some stuff that I want to talk about real quick, and then at the end we'll talk about whether or not it would actually be on the list. So first thing, Simon Belmont. Fucking Simon Belmont. I have wanted Simon Belmont for a very long time. He's been one of my most wanted third parties behind like Pac-Man and Mega Man, and it's great to see him. It's great to see him. He looks great. He looks like he plays just like how I wanted him to, with all the special moves. He looks like his NES design. He kind of walks like his NES design. Shame that they like ruined that reveal by fucking up and putting that music, the changes in Galaga music, for whatever reason on the website. But still, looks great. Super excited about Simon Belmont. Richter Belmont as an Echo Fighter for Simon Belmont. That was something truly surprising. One of the biggest surprises so far. I think just because I didn't see it coming. I didn't think that we were going to get Echo Fighters or secondary characters from third-party franchises that are already there. Like, it's one thing to have Mega Man and Ryu represent Capcom. It's another thing to have two Castlevania characters. One of them which is just a clone of Simon Belmont. So that was really interesting, and I was really kind of shocked that we got Richter. And it really opens the door to other possible Echoes. Like, I didn't want them, I still don't really want them if I'm being honest with you, but I definitely think we're going to get Shadow the Hedgehog, and we're probably going to see Ryu and, Ken, and maybe Miss Pac-Man. I don't know, but we're going to definitely see at least one more Echo Fighter of a third party, and I would put money on Shadow. So yeah, Richter looks cool. I can't believe that there's going to be so many people that own Richter Belmont amiibo who didn't even know who he was a week ago. That's so funny to me. The stage, Dracula's Castle, looks fucking awesome. It looks awesome. They put so much love into that stage with all the different villains and enemies that you can fight, including what looks like Kid Dracula. So that's cool. There's going to be 34 music tracks on the stage, which is insane. There's over 900 tracks on Smash Bros. Ultimate as a whole. They mention that later in the Direct, and my music is back and everything, and that is crazy to me. I listened to the Brawl soundtrack so much that I could probably recite every song on it. So I'm excited. Music is a big deal in Smash for me, so that's super cool. Dracula looks like he's going to be a boss in like some kind of extra mode that they haven't revealed yet. They get into that a little bit more later. There's more hints to it, even though they don't reveal it. Alucard is the assist. Obviously, that makes sense. That makes sense. He looks cool. I just love everything that they've done with Castlevania. I really like the Castlevania series. I've only played... I prefer the more traditional, original Castlevania compared to like Metroidvania type stuff, so I haven't played too much of that, but I really love Super Castlevania 4 and Castlevania 3, Castlevania 1. So I'm glad to see Simon. He's been one of my most wanted, like I said. I'm glad to see him. Then we got more characters. We got even more Echo Fighters. Chrom and Dark Samus. Now, these are two that a lot of people expected because the Dark Samus amiibo, the Dark Samus Assist Trophy, was nowhere to be seen, and neither was Samus's Dark Samus ult. And Chrom, we hadn't seen Robin's final smash yet, and Ike lost his Chrom ult. So, or his Chrom color scheme, I suppose. So it made sense that we were going to get those characters as Echo Fighters, and they're here. And they look cool. Echo Fighters are, you know, they're just, it is what it is. They're just clone characters. But, you know, the more the merrier. I think Metroid definitely deserves another, even more reps. It's had so few for so long, and Dark Samus makes sense. And Chrom, fucking Chrom. I love Chrom. I think he's a great character, but I think it's so funny that so many people were already so mad that Fire Emblem had 6 characters in Smash 4, and now there's fucking 7, and 4 of them are Marth, and that's so funny to me. I hope they add more. I hope when DLC comes out, whoever the main character of 3 houses, I hope that there's an 8th Fire Emblem character. That would just, oh, it'd make my heart so happy. Stages! There's 103 stages in the game! Holy shit, that is so many stages! They revealed so many, like, old stages that are coming back, and there are some that are still missing that a lot of people are upset about, but 103! You can't be mad about that! Especially when some of them are, like, ones that haven't been back in forever, like Fountain of Dreams. Like, the stages, it's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. The only, like, newish stage and then Dracula's Castle that showed off is they showed us more of New Donk City, and it looks great. The only thing is, on the website, there's a screenshot of New Donk City, and Captain Toad is in the background. So that means that Captain Toad and Toad are not even playable in this game, and that makes me really sad, because Toad is my favorite video game character, and I'm really upset about it. But that's alright. It's fine. There's so much in this game already that I can't complain too much about. They could just stop here, and I couldn't really complain. I just really wanted Toad. He went over a bunch of different modes after that, and I don't want to get into them too much here because I gotta play them before I can really get excited about them. Some of them look really cool. I like that mode where you're like picking characters, and then that character you can't pick the next fight. Like it slowly whittles down the select screen so that you're kind of forced to play characters you're not used to or you might not normally play. I think that's a great idea, and it'll definitely be fun to do with other people, especially once you unlock the whole roster. Because it's so big, you know, like there's going to be a lot of interesting matchups, and I think that's cool. After that, he went into items. There's some new ones, you know, they look fine. And then he went into Pokemon, and Alolan Executor I kind of expected to be in there because it's so popular, and it's hilarious. It's just like a wall that just appears in the middle of the screen, and you can like wall jump on it. Mimikyu is one I'm actually kind of upset about. Mostly because I feel like Mimikyu would be a fun, playable Pokemon. They can make it kind of like a joke character where it sort of like tries to emulate Pikachu, but because it doesn't have any of the same moves and it's like a different typing, like all the moves would come out wrong. I feel like there's something that could be really creative and fun there. Smash doesn't really have a joke character, so a little disappointed about that. I don't expect Mimikyu, and I didn't really expect Mimikyu. I expect to get a new Pokemon. But I expect, you know, Decidueye or Incineroar, just like everybody else. So, but I was a little disappointed to see Mimikyu. Marshadow. I'm gonna be honest with you. Pokemon is one of my favorite franchises, and I followed it for a really long time. But I haven't really followed the new gen like super well, so I didn't know what Marshadow was until this direct, and I kind of love it. It's adorable. And I kind of love it, so thanks for introducing me to that, Smash Brothers. Ditto is really cool because Ditto, I had the Prima strategy guide for Super Smash Bros. Melee, and on the list of Pokemon, Ditto was there, and for whatever reason, it ended up being cut from the final game. I assume because it was too difficult to program, or maybe they just ran out of time, something like that. So. To finally see it come to life and be what it was promised to be all these years later is really cool. After that, he started talking about assist trophies. Some of them, there's a lot of really cool ones, like Zero from Mega Man, Nikki from Swap Note looks really cute, Cap'n from Animal Crossing, like drives you off like in a bus and like kills you. That's super hilarious. But the biggest one, and the one that I think everybody is really sleeping on, is Shovel Knight. And Shovel Knight is a big deal, because Shovel Knight being in the game in any capacity is... Shovel Knight is from an indie studio. An indie studio that's only been around since like 2011. Shovel Knight was their first game, came out in 2014. Shovel Knight is less than 5 years old, and is already significant enough in the eyes of the general populace and Sakurai to be considered for Smash Brothers in some sort of role. Not just a trophy, but an assist trophy. And I feel like people are upset that he isn't playable And people always just get upset when a character isn't playable. But it's like, no, you have to understand, like this character is still in the game. You know, this character is still interacting with these other characters. And to come from an indie studio, a Western indie studio, that's less than 10 years old, that's incredible. And you know the guys over at Yacht Club Games were just having the time of their lives when they got that phone call. Like, you know that they were thrilled. So yeah, I'm super excited to see Shovel Knight, and I feel like not enough people are talking about Shovel Knight being in this game. After that, he showed us the menus, and he kind of hinted at there being a new adventure mode. I mean, there's a hidden mode on the menu, and everybody's kind of just assuming it's an adventure-style mode because of the fact that the Dracula fight looks like a boss fight, and then the Rathalos from Monster Hunter, which they showed off earlier in the Direct, looks like a boss fight because you fight it on like a stage that's not one of the 103 stages. You only ever see one character fighting him at a time. So people are just kind of assuming that we're going to get like a melee / brawl style adventure mode with like boss fights, and I'm totally cool with that as long as it isn't like long and boring and terrible like Subspace. And then after that, we ended the Direct with the return of the king, baby. King K. Rool from Donkey Kong Country is finally in Super Smash Bros. I am so stoked for this one. Donkey Kong is a franchise that I love, and a franchise that I feel like has been neglected in Smash Bros. For so long. We got Diddy in Brawl, and then nothing since then. Like, one stage. Like, just nothing. And, like, to finally see a new character, especially a character that's been gone for so long, and be represented so well. He looks so good. He has moves from all of the games, Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3, and 64. He looks fantastic, and I'm so excited for that. His reveal trailer was amazing, with King Dedede dressing up as him and, like, laughing at Donkey Kong and Diddy. Like, obviously that was supposed to be Sakurai laughing at the fans after he revealed the, like, King K. Rool Mii costume in the last game. Like, that was fucking hilarious. He looks so good, and I'm so glad that he's finally back and that he's in the game, because, like, we needed a new Donkey Kong character, and I personally want Dixie more. I've wanted Dixie more for many, many years, but I understand why they would go with K. Rool over Dixie. Like, other than Ridley, I feel like, and I guess Waluigi, but fuck them, King K. Rool has had like the biggest outcry from fans. Like, they've been the loudest when it comes to adding him in the game, so I get why they would want to add him over Dixie, and I'm okay with it. I would love to see Dixie. I hope she still maybe can show up. But yeah, I can understand K. Rool, and I'm super excited to see him. So that was a Direct. So what, if anything, would I put on my list? So I think the only thing that I would really actually put on the list is King K. Rool. And that's merely a personal thing. Like I just said, I've wanted a Donkey Kong character for a long time, and I loved the trailer. And I feel like, I don't know, I was really excited for his reveal. He would probably only be number 10, maybe bumping out Smash 64, simply because I think, even though I'm more excited for K. Rool than Ridley, I think Ridley's reveal is still a little bit more hype because he's been a character that people have wanted for so long, so long, since Melee, pretty much. And it sort of showed that this game was going to be Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, because, like, they were finally listening to the fans, and, like, K. Rool shows that as well. But K. Rool fans didn't really start to get really, really vocal until recently. Because, like, the less characters there are to add, the louder people who want those, like, remaining characters are gonna be. Ridley fans have been loud for a long time, and to finally see Ridley be added, it is a little bit more exciting than K. Rool, I think. Even though I personally would rather have K. Rool than Ridley, given the choice. So, yeah, K. Rool definitely would be on the list for me, but probably at the very bottom. Otherwise, the Castlevania stuff, Simon Belmont, I've wanted him for a long time. He would definitely be an honorable mention. The only thing about Simon is that, first of all, he was leaked, and then I feel like his reveal still isn't as significant as someone like Snake or Sonic or Cloud or Mega Man or Pac-Man. Simply because at this point we're getting so many third-party characters that it's like, even though they're all still exciting, it's like, well, we kind of expect third parties now, and you know, after you get Cloud, someone like Cloud, it's like, well, who can really surprise? Like, be a true, like, huge surprise at that point. I can think of a few. But for the most part, you know, none of them like are going to hit the same way. Especially since we already had Snake, so another Konami character, you know, it kind of made sense. And I love Simon Belmont, and he would definitely be an honorable mention because that reveal was so good. You know, Luigi fucking died! Forgot to mention that. Luigi's dead. Rest in peace, Luigi. So yeah, that would be an honorable mention. And Shovel Knight. I would also give an honorable mention to Shovel Knight, because again, I don't think enough people are talking about that in the way that it should be talked about, because it is so important. Like, this is an indie character that is an assist trophy. Not just a trophy like Commander Video was, even though that was also awesome. But he's an assist trophy. He's right there. He's right next to Mario. And I think that's important. And I think it opens the door to even more indies showing up as assist trophies, like Shantae or Quote or Sans or Meat Boy or Isaac or whoever. I don't expect any of those characters to be playable. Sorry, fans of Shantae. I don't see an indie character being playable in this game. Especially now that Shovel Knight is just an assist trophy. But, like, I still... Just being an assist trophy is amazing. I feel like people don't care enough that a character is in a game. Or is in the game. Like, this is a collection of Nintendo, of, like, gaming history. And, like, just to be there, even in a non-playable role, is something special. And people, they get so wrapped up in a character being playable that I feel like they overlook that. And I feel like Shovel Knight should not be overlooked. And I loved that reveal. And it definitely would be an honorable mention for me. So, everything else was cool, but nothing else would make the list or an honorable mention. But yeah, that was quite a direct. I look forward to seeing more. We're definitely going to see more before the year is out. So, you know, wow, thanks for everything, Sakurai. Thank you for all the hard work you do and everything you did. Wait, do you guys see that? Oh my god, he's got a plant in his office! Oddish confirmed playable! I can't believe it! Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my most hyped Smash reveals list if you haven't already. It kind of goes along with this video. Otherwise, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. I got another actual scripted, edited video coming real soon, so look out for that. Thanks again.